Hey everyone, it's Caitlin here. So I really like to use the same brush for Was that a bit too
Yeah.
Beauty 101. Hey everyone, it's Caitlin. One of the questions I get asked the most is how to contour. So if you want to find out how, keep watching. First up, I'm going to do my foundation. This is the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation, my all-time favorite. I like to use a buffing brush when I'm doing this foundation just because it is quite liquidy. So I find you get a lot less streaks if you just buff it into the skin. I like to always bring the foundation down my neck slightly, just so you don't get the line of where the foundation starts. Also, just bringing a little bit of the leftovers over your ears if they're going to be exposed. Another one of my all-time favorite products, the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I'm going to be using this in the color Custard. I like to use a brush to apply my concealer, bringing it down a little further than you would normally think to bring it. A little bit onto the top of the cheekbone here, as I'm using a bit of a lighter color than my foundation, so it's already going to be adding a bit of highlight to it. I'm just going to bring the leftover product onto my eyelid as well, just to neutralize that. Always want to make sure that you're blending the concealer out into the foundation so it is seamless and you don't actually see a line of where you've got the concealer and then the foundation. Now for the fun part, we're going to be going in with contouring. This is the Smashbox Contour Stick. I love the trio pack that you can get with the contour, the bronze, and the highlight. These are my go-to for contouring. So I'm going to be starting with the contour color. I find that the consistency of these is amazing. It blends into the foundation seamlessly. The colors are incredible as well. So the contour color is going to be more of your cool toned, a little bit more of a gray looking color to add the shadow underneath the cheekbone. So I like to draw a few little X's underneath my cheekbone, kind of in line with the top of my ear. That's where I use as my starting point. Do the same on both sides. Now I like to go in with the bronzing color. So this is gonna add a bit more warmth to the face. It's gonna really help that contour blend seamlessly into the foundation. So it's not just your kind of gray contour and then foundation. I like to do this one slightly on top of the contour. And I also like to bring it around the edges of the face a little bit as well. So it's gonna give your face more of that natural kind of bronzed look all over. Now we're going in with the highlighting color. So this is to kind of add more of that contrast with the different colors that I've got on my face. So if I use it underneath the contour color here, it's gonna make the contour stand out a lot more. If I do it up here, it's going to draw my cheekbone out a little bit more, so then it's adding those two different depths. Now you don't need to do different shapes. That's just the way that I like to do it. You can also bring this one down the bridge of the nose, onto the forehead a little bit, Cupid's bow, and the chin. Now I'm just going to spray a little bit of the MAC Fix Plus all over my face, just so everything kind of blends together a little bit more seamlessly. My favorite brush to use to blend cream contour, and actually powdered contour as well, is the Mecca Cosmetica Contour Brush. Now here, all you have to do is just blend everything out. Start with the contour. So I'm going backwards and forwards in this motion to really chisel out my cheekbone. And then I like to blend around in circles like this, just to make sure it's all buffed in together. So doing the exact same on the other side. Start with going back and forth with the contour, and then around in circles to buff in the bronzer. Now before I do the highlighting, I'm going to blend the bronzer around the edges of my face here. So just making sure it's really buffed into that hairline. You don't want to see a gap between the hair and the product. I really like to use the same brush for all three of my steps. So in between doing all the different colors, I'm just going to use a bit of a tissue to wipe off the excess product. For the highlight, I find it blends a little bit easier than the dark colors. So just kind of swiping it back and forth will do the trick. A little tip I have as well, if you find that you've gone too heavy with the contour or the bronze, just grab your foundation brush or a sponge if that's what you use, and just kind of buff around the edges with the excess foundation that you have left on the brush from earlier. Just gives it more of a natural look. So if you wanted to go the other way and go a little bit heavier with your contouring, just do the same steps as earlier over the top and just layer them. Now that we've got all of the cream products on the face, I'm gonna just set my foundation with my all-time favorite powder, Dim Light by Hourglass. I don't like to use a lot of powder, so just mainly focus it through the T-zone where you're gonna get shiny first throughout the day, and then sweep it over the cheeks for when I go in with my powdered products. It's just gonna help it blend a little bit easier. Now to amp up the cheeks a little bit more, I'm going to go in with just a matte bronzer. So this is just gonna add a little more warmth, a little tiny bit more definition, but I feel like it just ties everything together a little bit better. So I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Chocolate Matte Soleil Bronzer. Again, I'm just going around in circles, just so I don't have a huge defined line. It's just blending everything together. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit of color to the cheeks using the Bare Minerals Gen Nude Blush in Pink Mirror. So for blush, I like to start at the apple of the cheek and kind of do an X motion, just to make sure I'm getting it here and then blending it up that way as well. Going into highlighting now, I'm gonna be using the MAC Soft and Gentle. I love this product because it has a really beautiful champagne glow to it. You can amp it up a lot more as well if you want to spray your brush with Fix Plus. So you want to apply the highlight where you did the highlighting stick earlier. So on top of the cheekbone here. You can bring it down the bridge of the nose, onto your Cupid's bow. And then whatever's left over on the brush, I like to just sweep over my forehead and chin. That is everything for complexion. Now we just want to add a little bit of shape to the brows. I'm gonna be using the Hourglass Arch Brow Pencil in the color Blonde. And to finish, just combing it all through to soften the product. Before I go in with mascara, I'm just going to use a little bit of the bronzer and sweep it over the lid just for a little bit of colour. So I find adding bronzer to the eye gives your eye a little bit more definition, so you're kind of contouring your eyelid. For mascara, I have in my hot little hands the new Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash Mascara. They say that this mascara is all about extreme length, and it really is. Check this out. Look at the difference that it makes in my lashes. I'm seriously obsessed with this. Okay, for lips, my new favorite lipstick, Too Faced Strip Search. This lipstick is the perfect pinky nude and I am obsessed. I love this color. So there you have my go-to contour and highlighting look. It took me a little while to get my technique perfect, so just keep practicing and you will get there, I promise. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below. Also, I'd love to know what you guys would like to see from me next. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye guys.